But anyway, even if you don't, but anyway, do you like? I guess you could rifle through your stuff and find it.
Yeah. So go through like where she keeps all her loose papers, because she's probably has a good bit of it now between rituals she still needs to copy into her ritual book, stuff like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, yes, we were. Was this house of these old ghouls have been tracking it, and if I remember, aha, here we go. They were actually tracking on these star charts. As she spreads it out on the table.
It's like, oh well, ghouls tracking this down, huh? That's interesting to say the least. Beg the
Yes.
question why, but now that I think about it, it makes perfect sense. He takes a look at it. He takes a look at the drawings that were on the star charts describing this celestial event, which is what appears to be a big freaking sideways shaped teardrop object. And then y'all describe to him what you actually saw in the telescope?
Yes.
Because the object you guys saw in the telescope was all shattered.
Yes. We'll describe
Okay.
that.
Okay. He's like, shattered? Well, makes a lot of sense. Might even explain why why that dust that got kicked up was bringing zombies out of the woodwork. You know, I got a theory going that maybe
Global
one of those
warming.
shards got knocked to Earth. Probably the impact kicked up a lot of dust, and that's what we're seeing the effects of now.
So our character is essentially, it's basically
Okay,
like
so now it's
radiation.
now it's asteroid dinosaur extinction.
Reverse
The
extinction?
interesting thing is, if that is the case,
Yeah, I mean
this is not the first time it's happened.
Well, maybe we're coming around. Well, if it's a cyclical thing, maybe this isn't the first time we've come into this. I guess field of meteorite shards, if you will. When's the last time it happened? Would you say?
When was the last time it happened? Did Brainy say?
Yeah, God. This is stuff that I should have
hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Okay, yeah. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, it's
According to
something
this
that
brain
you wouldn't
thing.
really find in history. It was just we found like a lot of the undead things we encountered, we found a preserved intelligence that was actually knew of the event from way back.
Observed intelligence?
It was brainy.
Yeah.
Brain in a jar.
No, this is in character.
Oh, okay. Groven.
It was a preserved brain. One that was actually powerful enough that it had some psychic powers on its own, although that did not save it from later events.
Racism.
Huh. You are a strange bunch.
We've
Well,
seen a
let
lot
me
of
see.
shit. A lot.
Yeah, from what I understand, judging by the amount of artifacts, ghoul astronomers. That's actually pretty funny.
The Ennis family were a weird bunch.
Ennis?
Yes.
Groven, you know them. They lived outside of Brackenmore. You got kin there?
Probably.
Not anymore.
Had kin. Sorry. My mistake.
Probably. Let's see.
Yeah, you wouldn't be. They were humans. You would not be related to the Innises in any way. You probably would have heard of them in passing, maybe.
History.
You've heard of them in passing as an old, powerful family that owned a plantation outside of Brackenmore.
Woo!
But you've
First
never
roll for
encountered
the
them.
character.
Are you kidding? He's my brother-in-law.
Knew him. He was delicious. Yeah.
I remember when he was a wee lad.
Yes.
I remember when
Lois
he was a she.
Was a woman. I remember when she was a wee lad.
Yes. But anyway, he's anyway, Carol's like, well, from the looks of it, it seems we have ourselves an undead menagerie. Most brought back to life by this dust, but then a bunch of others are just coming out of the woodwork because they think it's their holiday, I guess. We've seen some weirdies around here, some of those red vampire things you were talking about. They used to be all up in the hills away from civilization. Now they're just coming out all the time.
Wait, you
Is
don't?
any other weirdness that I need to know about?
Giant lions?
Oh no, the giant lions were.
There are other like
I don't know. I think you'd be interested in the fact
Guys
that
we've
they're making demigods.
come into contact with.
Red Look are making demigods out of seemingly normal animals. That seems like a point that needs to be brought across.
Well, they weren't
long
really
is
making
this-
demigods of them. They were just kind of venerating them as that. Wasn't that the case? They were just
Yeah, it
naturally
was.
giant lions.
They were.
I interpret-
Yeah, they were just really big ass lions. And
How
they were
long has the
venerating
zombie apocalypse been going on for now?
over a year.
Over
Since
here.
last Thursday.
Well, several Fridays ago.
Yeah. So trying to think. There was the very powerful vampire that took out Brackenmore.
Tiefling vampire, there was the friar, there was
Yes.
all the black hearts.
Yes, there's also a related to the devil-blooded descendant super vampire. We've encountered devil cults, but
got
not sure
that
if they're related to the
skull.
undead.
There's that heart-eating guy.
Well, the shadow demon was probably not related, but he does have that heart now. Yes, of the
I mean-
super tiefling vampire thing.
Do we want to only bring up some, or do we want to just start listing stuff off in character?
Oh no, in character it might be kind of fun to stroll back through memory lane.
There's this, there's
Just
that.
This is like the clip show episode. We ran out of money.
Yeah.
The second to last episode of Korra. we ran out of money.
Yeah,
So
Carol.
it's not true
is-
that the devil cults are unrelated to the undead, because they seem to be able to command them pretty easily.
Yeah, that is true.
Well,
So
surely
I'm not sure
some
what's up
undead
with
had
that.
to- Surely some undead had to have existed before this event.
Demon tree.
That's strengthened in some way by this event horizon. Essentially. So, I mean, while the dust may have not caused all of them, it probably strengthened a lot of the undead community, as it were.
Hi, Iceman79.
Undead community.
The thing that we've
Yes.
noticed is that a lot of times the ash zombies we've seen, the recent ones, they're usually in service to the more powerful and probably older undead.
Right.
They seem to
there's
be
al-
pretty
there's
easy for them to bring under heel.
Yeah,
Right.
then in that case, what is he looking for exactly? Is he looking for just like, oh, here's all the undead ever that we have?
No, he was just asking. Somewhat sardonically.
I think we just start listing stuff off.
Who made all these macros?
Yeah, it might want to might want to with the divine challenge one. Just might want because it is a roll. Might just. Oh no, never mind. It's
No, it's
not
not
a
a roll.
roll.
No,
It's just
Okay.
That's mostly there so
Okay.
the information's there.
Okay.
That's basically an
It's
NPC
set.
token. I made the macros
Okay.
for it.
All right.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you're
All right.
welcome.
Well, anyway, cranky brother Carol is like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm sure you guys have encountered a lot, and you know, in light of recent events, this is some pretty useful information.
It's the friar. There's the demon tree.
Yeah.
As he just starts,
But-
continues to list things in spite of him talking.
Yeah.
He's just
But- I should probably warn you. This appears to be Shadow Legion property, and if you know anything about them, they don't take kindly to people taking their stuff. So you might want to
So.
keep this a secret.
Of course. I mean, it was the dragon that took it anyway, so.
We'll just blame him.
He's like, they don't know that.
No, we would not advertise it.
Yeah, that would be a little suspicious. Yeah, we got it from a dragon that disappeared completely and we'll never see a trace of ever again. Believe us, please.
He's like, well, you know, despite my misgivings about the fire mage and he looks over at Flint and he's like, and the wolf man here. It's clear he knows what kind of creature you are, Flint.
Oh.
Flint just kind of deflates. Oh.
Look, don't slut shame him just because he has wolves.
Yeah, it's wolves. God, keep it to himself.
But he goes, despite my misgivings, I tell you what, you guys can stay here. Just be on your best behavior and don't burn anything down.
Don't
We've
worry.
never
Believer-
burnt anything down.
Believe it or not, I do care about the people who are here.
It's fine. I've already burned more than enough wood with that. But never mind. I'm fine.
He's just Tetherides is just looking back and just between Carol and Cintiq, just the weirdest looking. Like,
Look, I've gotten to burn a lot of things since the zombie apocalypse. They've mostly been undead.
Tethrides, so you keep glancing over at Brother
it's
Carol.
like, okay, on my left, here's the dude. There's the Erithus dude who wants to like spread civilization and shit. On my right is the tree burner. I don't want to be here.
There
Yeah.
is no evidence.
Brother
that
Carol
we're
does
anywhere
take
near
notice
there.
of you glancing over at him. He's like, "You got something to say, Beardy?"
I don't know. Is there a law preventing me from doing so?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry. Is there a law preventing me from doing so? As I emphasize law.
No. It's just I'm not sure if you've ever seen a half orc before this up close. You seem to be a bit dumbfounded.
Ever seen a tree?
Sorry, what?
Ever seen a tree?
A tree?
Yeah.
It's like out here? No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. You're a funny man.
It's like I don't know. There's things that are like short, scrawny scrubs. I guess they count as trees, but for the most part, I think they're bushes.
You've got some things to learn, brother.
The worst thing about trees are the centipedes you find in them sometimes.
They're
Centipedes
a
are
necessary
awful.
part of the ecosystem, dude.
Anyway, Brother Carol, he kind of taps his leg brace, which is come undone a little bit. He starts clicking it back together. He's like, "Well, anyway, you got your run of the place. Take a look at my research if you want. I've wrote I don't know how many dissertations on God's know what." But anyway, you're free to look at them. If you want, you could help out, healing people around here. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing. He just kind of trails off as he walks away.
Like all of his dissertations are in like the same sort of like language as he like.
Originally, when I thought about this thesis, I was against it, but God darn it, it's grown on me.
Welcome to the camp. I'll
Anyway,
go put these away.
anyway, you guys actually hear screaming coming from this area.
What?
Yeah, you hear like the sound of screaming coming down from like right from this door right here.
That doesn't sound normal.
Is that normal?
What kind of scream? Yeah. I guess the Groven, is it normal screaming?
Scared screaming, pain.
Groven's not sure.
Hmm.
Groven, you're usually not in the temple. You're usually out helping the goods because you're like the only line of defense against undead attacks.
Whoops.
Everything okay in there?
Anyway, you just keep hearing the screaming.
Bloody hell.
You do like an insight check to look where it's. Whatever kind of swing.
Does perception work?
Yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, perception would be better. Insight, well, I guess assessing a situation.
Probably check it out, but I don't know what it is.
Need some help with that city boy?
Maybe. I don't know.
At least for now, Antique would assume that that's like, because I mean it's a healing place, so you're gonna have screaming. She's just gonna assume that's normal stuff, and she's gonna be looking at the research and whatnot.
Those are screams of extreme pain.
Yeah, I think your help might be needed, buddy.
Groven started taking
I just everyone else.
All right. So as soon as you do you open the door?
Yeah.
All right, you open it and you see Brother Carol trying to hold a guy down on a gurney. Like, stay still, damn it! He looks back. He's like, close the damn door. Looking at you, Groven.
Well, not when you close out inside a racket. This door might as well be paper.
All right, get in here quick. I don't want to scare anybody.
Groven would shut the door behind him since he assumes it's
Okay.
gonna get messy.
Does Thrace follow him?
It depends on if I'm letting you know.
He kind of turns and starts shutting the door and sees you. He's like, do you want in here?
Do you want me in there? That's
Not particularly. He closes it.
All right, so the door's shut.
Doesn't bother him.
He's like, all right, here's what's gonna happen. I think I'm actually stronger than you, Grove. So you're gonna have to be administering the stuff while I hold him down. And he points over to there appears to be some hypodermic needles on like that have been knocked over the floor right here. He's all you gotta do is just gently slide it right into his arm and press down. That's it. Can you do
Okay.
that?
But you're explaining what the hell this is afterwards.
He's like, I can explain now if you want. This guy was practically dead, and I healed him at the last minute. But I think some of the weird necrotic energy is set in on him. So,
Groven puts the needles together.
So, I think we're dealing with something pretty interesting here. Don't tell nobody until we get done. So, yeah, just roll a heal check to administer the medicine properly.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I have skill rolls for this now.
Yeah.
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 Alright.
Any miscellaneous? I don't think so.
Oh, jeez.
Nice. Okay,
Oh.
you put the needle right in.
Is that a 20?
Inject.
Yeah.
You inject it. You inject it, and yeah, the guy calms down. He's like, "All right, that tranquilizer should keep him calm. Now I can probably properly administer my healing powers onto him." And as he holds out his staff, which begins to glow, and he waves it over him. It's like, I don't know what triggered this. I thought he was fine. He's like, wait a minute. He goes back and cracks open the door real quick. Hey, get that necrotic shard out of here, okay? It's disturbing my patience.
I'm not the one holding it, am I?
Turning the patients into zombies.
He's just yelling out into the foyer here.
That only affect this.
Get in the bag of holding.
Yeah, Antique will
I
do
guess
that.
that's indeed.
Yeah.
And
Alright, so-
probably she'll actually toss it to Flint if he wants to just take it outside. as she goes back to the room.
Yeah, sorry, I had to go away for
Put
like
in that
30 seconds.
pocket dimension kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what? Wait, what's Flint getting?
Oh no, you're taking the necro shard out of the temple because it's like apparently.
It's turning
Like-
people into zombies. Not
Well, no, Carol wants to see something.
Yeah. So we put it in the bag of holding, and then I'm tossing it to you, so you can go out because I'm gonna be busy with this room of research.
Okay then.
It's like, so yeah, Carol is Carol is like, let's see if this works. And do you just keep walking, Flint?
Yeah, let's go this way.
All right. As you go away, he starts waving staff from again, seeing trying to detect if there's any residual necrotic energy in this. He's like, right on the brink of death. He was about to turn thanks to that shard. I think it's more powerful than I thought. He's over at Groban. He's like, what you reckon, bud?
You might need. I mean, I could probably put a spell or two on him to try to heal him back up if he's that near death.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Well, he was basically dead when I found him. I've been just trying to keep him like at least on the edge of alive, but he hasn't been coming out of this coma for a while.
Make it sound like he was a stray. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, lay on hands. I spent a healing surge and gained 9 hit points, and so they spent a healing surge and didn't spend any. It's okay, cool.
Yep.
Stuff
So yeah, if you.
There goes 1, I have 3 left.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So anyway, as you do that, he actually he's laying on this gurney, but he actually his back arches and he lets out this loud gasp, just as he coughs a couple times and then kind of looks up, and then he passes out again. And he's like, well, ain't that interesting? I'll be damned. He's stable now.
Good.
He's like, wait, bring the shard back in.
Groban
Need
just
to kill him,
frowns.
dead. He's live. He's dead. He's live.
He just gives him the look of, really?
He's like, I gotta know, man. I
Does
gotta
he?
know.
Does he go back with just like the shard in the bag when we bring it in, or do we have to take it out of the bag?
You just bring it in the bag. It's like go get Wolf Boy. Let's see if this works. Bring that shard back in.
Like
Ah,
the-
This guy's gonna
Hey,
make
Zero, how's
us
it going?
undead and brutal.
Groban kind of sees this as a weird torture, so he's like,
he's just trying to create weapons. Not a big deal.
So does Flint bring back the shard?
Before we go back a bit, I don't know. He probably won't go right into the healing area.
Okay. He's like, hang on. He's like, nothing yet. Bring it a little closer.
Yeah,
Was this with the shard in the bag or out? Because it'd be nice to know
Yeah.
the bag is
Yeah, no,
already
he's-
kind of a
Yeah, he's like,
ability to it.
all right. He actually he gets out a pair of tongs and he comes closer because like the shard does burn you. Like I assumed you guys had it in like cloth or something. He's like,
Yeah,
he gets a
it's-
pair of tongs and he pulls right out of the cloth and he's like, oh baby, tink tink. He picks it up. He's like, all right, bringing it forward, bringing it closer. Grover, come here. I need you to gauge this. Is he?
let's try not to kill someone today.
It's like, have I ever?
Yes.
History check.
In recent memory, is there yes or no?
On purpose.
Let's hope.
All right, so he's holding this shard out and he's coming closer to him. He's like, well, I'll be a son of a bitch. Looks like he's cured. He turns back and He turns back with his tongs, and he kind of, saunters back towards.
Well,
Looks like even people who aren't technically dead are subject to this thing's power. So you just need to watch out for that in the future. I don't know. Have you been
He
coming
says
into
now that we've
contact with
almost
more
died
undead?
several times.
Yeah. Have you been coming into contact with more undead than you thought feasibly possible?
Since acquiring the shard, not really beyond what we've experienced before. It's been pretty steady since this whole thing went down.
Well, all right. Just wanted to know. I'm wondering if things are attracted to its power, but no real way to gauge that for sure.
Well, the only thing is, we met another group of those devil worshippers, and they didn't actually mess with it. They left it in the. They left with the rest of our equipment.
Those ignorant some bitches didn't even know what they had, probably.
It's likely.
Well, if it does attract the undead, I'll be at the wall if you need me.
But I know a guy who knows a guy might be able to help. He's on the road to Verinium. Knows more about necromancy than I do. Probably because he's an actual practitioner of it. Luckily, he's reformed his ways.
I'm sure you can be a decent necromancer, even with the knowledge of the abilities.
He's like, look, I just heal people, all right?
Don't go spreading your hippie logic.
Yeah, Brian said he'll be right back, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess in the meantime, should I roll anything or something for just idly going through his research?
Okay, I guess roll. It's going to be mainly a religion check because a lot of this stuff is steeped in like theological, like a lot of it does. A lot of his research deals with theological symbolism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So are you just skimming through like a lot of his like kind of the theme of his work and stuff like that, or what?
Yeah, basically I'm doing an initial check just to see if it's actually worth it to really study it, because if not, I'll just go back to looking at a ritual.
It's a yeah. Go ahead and roll a religion check. It's actually some pretty weird esoteric stuff about the duality of gods and how there might be a darker side to some of the lighter religions. Like generally ancient offshoot cults of otherwise revered quote unquote good gods that were like zealots and stuff like that. And he does mention the ancient symbol of the black sun, which appears to be like a reference to a weird Palor cult that was not so goodly and kindly like other members of Palor. What's that noise? Ice Kirby, quit scratching.
Sorry.
I'm trying to think. The Black Sun. Is that? I don't think we've seen that specifically before. We've seen something similar, haven't we?
You actually look at the symbol, and you appear to recognize the symbol immediately. It appears to be that symbol that you found on that Shadow Legionnaire's armor.
That's right. Because we had Matthias at the time, and that was like one of the things that kind of weirded him out, I think.
Mm-hmm. The funny thing is the research into duality actually became kind of weird because as you delve further into the research that he's reading, a lot of the duality stuff is he debunks himself, but there is a tendency for people to, it's a thing similar to the way warlocks do, where they can, like, some warlocks specifically will invoke a patron of some type to grant powers, but other warlocks can actually wrench powers from a being unwillingly,
Okay.
and it is more of a crude way of siphoning off powers of the divine for their own ends, as opposed to actually being legit invoking the might of a deity itself.
Okay.
They're basically leeching off of divinity, as opposed to being empowered by it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Oh,
temporarily
I
consigned.
think we'll just spend our time looking through that then.
Yes, this is-
I mean, it'd be the last time we'll probably be here anyway, so.
yeah.
Yep, well, got it.
Yes, and the funny thing is the Black Sun cult. It's a cult that was around maybe 1,000 years ago. That was legitimately feared, but there's not really any talk of them nowadays. Although putting two and two together, the Shadow Legion, you're pretty sure that they're an offshoot of this ancient cult.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like even when they had actually encountered Matthias, who was a priest of Palor. When they encountered him, even then they kind of had a little bit of a knowing look to them about him, and even said a weird phrase to him, which not even Matthias really got, but it was something to the effect of, "There is no shadow without light."
Yes, that was when we met them on the road. And we kind of ambushed them. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's main tools. Okay. Okay.
So so it yielded some pretty interesting results there for like the background of it.
Okay. Besides that, the only other thing is, while we're here, once Groven comes out, I guess Rowan will actually ask and see if she can be along the wall. Because, obviously, with how she is, she's kind of like a scout in temperament, not
Mhm.
mechanically. And she has the big bow, so.
Right. So she's just wanting to. She's just wanting to kind of do some guard duty around the outpost.
Yeah, because Brian said that Groven would go out to look at the wall, so when she sees that, she'll kind of try to get permission from him as he's going there.
Okay, Groven, do you give her permission to be on the wall? It is an elf after all. And you are, like, I would say you are probably imperial leaning, so you probably don't think very highly of elves.
But she has a very big bow and knows how to use it.
If you fall, it's not my problem, but go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's what you'll do then.
Is there only this one entrance here at the bottom of the camp?
Yeah, it is. This area, what it is, it's gradual gradation up a hill, and like at the very back, it's a cliff edge.
Oh, cool. So yeah, Grove will probably be somewhere here usually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look, Rogue can fit in the little.
Yeah. Does anyone have crenellation she can hide behind?
This thing right here, yeah. It's like a low spot. She can kind of hide behind it, but generally the thing is, she has to like move at least. She has to move 2 squares.
Okay, so
Before
it's not
she
like
can
complete cover or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's partial cover. The thing is though, like I said, for her to do the stealthy thing over and over again, she has to move at least 2 squares
Yeah.
away from where she started.
Okay. Oh, that'll be good for the beginning, at least if anything happens. But yeah, that's just what she'll be
Yep.
doing.
Okay.
So my characters are done.
Right. Okay. What else is going on here? What do you think everybody else is doing? Like, you know, now that you've been granted permission to stay here.
F just he doesn't really want to be here, but he knows there's no real other options, so they'll just kind of find a place to rest slash sleep.
Okay, there's a lot of empty huts, like a lot of empty sod houses around here.
Yeah, he'll just retreat to one and kind of bed down for a bit.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is hang on. Let me turn the fog of war off, let me turn the fog of war off. Just so you guys can just drag and drop wherever you want. When you're in, like the line of sight is still in effect, so you can't actually see anything, outside of your hut. You know what I mean?
He's unconscious.
He is unconscious. All right. So anyway, well, Tethrades is camping out inside a building. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm pretty much doing the same thing.
Okay, just find a place to lie down.
In what house?
I'm assuming Groven's probably in like one of these tents near the gate.
Those are specifically refugee tents.
Oh, okay, then put it in the house.
Yeah, there's a lot of the what had happened is a lot of the furnishings and stuff had been broken down to be used for extra ladders and like barricades and things like that. So a lot of these are just bare housing. Anyone else doing anything?
Well, yeah, Flint's going to be over in this building. So, yeah.
Okay. So we got guard duty and all that going on. All right. You get some stuff prepared. Right. Its sun's going down at this point. It's been a while since you guys went here, or since you guys got here. And hang on a sec, just grabbing some more stuff. Where is he? There he is.
Just hypothetically speaking, how does the wall look like? Does it look like in a pinch someone could like run across the top of it, or would it be really hard to do?
It would be kind of hard to do. You would have to. It would be like balancing. So so when you're balancing, you're granting combat advantage, and you move at like half speed.
Okay. I figure that something she'd do while she'd be up there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Roland, you spy something interesting coming from down the roadway here. It appears to be a large contingent of soldiers.
Okay. Would it be a perception to see if she can notice any like identifying features?
Yep.
Okay. Don't roll badly. I rolled unexceptionally.
The Imperials all look alike.
Well, she will kind of skitter down the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she'll go for the, yeah. Let's go find the priest guy.
Okay.
Carol. Carol. Do.
Brother Carol turns to you. He's like, "We don't want any."
We'll
Oh, I'm
just kind of
sorry, force of habit.
shake her head a little bit and just relay that she's seen a large group of soldiers approaching. They seem to be Imperials of some kind, but she couldn't tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she might mutter something under her breath about humans all looking the same.
He's like, tell me about it. So he starts moving down. He gimps over to Groven's shack. He starts banging on the door. Grove,
You hear a chair fall over.
Grove, get up.
Oh,
Get out here. We got company.
ugh. No time for a damn nap. Ugh. Oh, it's the pseudo
At this point,
pseudo war.
would we really have to tell anyone else?
I mean, I think that Carol has made enough noise that other people might have heard.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like between his creaking leg and
Banging on the.
Yeah.
Actually, considering what she just heard earlier about the Shadow Legion anyway, she'll actually go and make sure anyone she can find, she'll tell them this group of soldiers are approaching.
Flint's gonna kind of stay until like he can see the entrance, but he's not gonna go all the way over to it.
they're actually, you know, the main group of them. It's a pretty good set number of them, but a small contingent, like a small squad, breaks off from the main group and begins to come forward.
As they get closer, can we see more identifying stuff?
So
Yeah.
what are we dealing with again? What is this?
Yeah, it appears to be a group of Shadow Legionnaires coming up.
Would someone less or more care about the villagers shoo the villagers away from the entrance?
Great. Shadow League.
Well,
Like,
well, Carol's probably doing that right now. Getting the villagers to go like into some of the houses and stuff like that. Just get them off the street.
Roland will hang back. Because just in general, Imperial soldiers are usually racist to her, so she's not going to be up front and center for this.
Anyways, Carol's like, that's far enough. What do you boys want? He's like, Groven, you got my front, don't you? Don't you, Grove,
Yes.
buddy.
There's a really good place to hide.
Let's see. Flint's gonna be sitting on the ground like he's just some kind of refugee. He's got his hood up, so no one can. He's gonna be looking at the ground, and no one can see who he is.
This should get me out of most sight, especially
So-
between behind
He's
two
like-
things.
Shouldn't we tend to
Oh,
the
great.
He looks at the
Flint's actually perfect.
yes. One of the Shadow Legion guys steps forward a little bit and says, and he looks at you, Groven. He appears to have a large book of some type with him, and he's got long flowing robes.
Isn't it nighttime right now? Or is it
It's getting close.
it's getting a little dark to be reading, ain't it?
He opens up his book, which begins to glow, and he
That's
says,
handy.
I did not come to parley with you, although I am loath to talk to the half-breed. Step forth, Carol. Brother Carol gets up front. He's like, yeah, what do you want? The
Don't
Illuminator.
get your protection money.
Not quite. No. The Illuminator says, "My men require a place to sleep tonight. One of our camps was raided." It's like, "Do you think you could accommodate my entourage?" And he looks back at the extremely large number of troops behind him. He's like, well, look, I'm not a logistics guy, but, just stay out of the temple. That's where our refugees are. You don't want to get close to any sick people, do you?" It's the Legion Illuminator response. "Oh, no, of course not. We will be, of course, conducting inspections as per usual." And Brother Carol's just like, "Yeah, as per usual." And he walks off. He's like, "Let them through, boys."
This won't end badly at all.
So most of the refugees said
Yeah, well, a lot of them move into the hovels, but yeah, they're gonna be moving up to the. He's gonna be sending the refugees into the temple just to stay at it.
Grove will kind of direct traffic up here.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
So yeah, I'm gonna be populating the map now. So just give me a minute.
Just
Grove would probably stop to like nudge Flynn. Come on.
Yeah, Flynn's just pretending to be a refugee.
We'll head back inside. Roland will too.
Yeah, I think I would.
Cause
That feels good.
I'm waiting until they pass.
I'm still on top of the one. There.
Yeah. Well, what I'm doing is I'm populating the map with them.
If we do have time. This isn't terribly close to anything. I'll let her. Some of my armed weapons, I'm scooting onto bed. Or maybe like drop aside. It's not that I'm hiding it, just like it's been laid aside. Pretend I'm ill.
Oh guys, once again this character also has Devout Protector, so while I have a shield, you guys have +1 AC.
Yeah.
yeah.
As long as you don't have a shield.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's right. It's just
Wow.
Everyone has my shield, like he broke his shield with the smaller
What's
like
this
The
one's
+1
name?
shield bonus.
Yeah, it's a shield bonus.
yeah.
Devout
So,
Protector. It's that one that's weird because there's no even range penalty
Oh.
to it. It's like as long as you can kind of know he's there,
It's
you get
magic
+1.
holy stuff.
Yeah,
I feel his.
pretty cool.
He's
So
like,
we've got Flint on bed pretending that he's sick with wolves.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
the Illuminator says,
The Illuminator.
the Illuminator. He's the one with the book. He says to Groven, "Don't worry, we're not going to invite everyone in here. We have a good defensive perimeter around the city now. You should be safe. We would hog up all of your resources." And he goes down to this large building and takes his little plan with him, little retainer with him.
His backup singers.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, there are a couple. So what do you do now, Hemic, as they pass?
Are the other guys passing?
No, they're standing here on guard.
I will wait until as long as I can until they're nice and distracted and not looking in this direction, then to try and like get into one of these tents to be. Oh no, that's not very good either. If somebody expecting.
Oh, wow.
I'll be able to hide some stuff. I'll get into a tent, something that's empty, and since the people were all sent up to the.
Okay.
Just because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get past there.
And just walk away casually.
'Cause I'm not getting all the way around.
The Illuminator actually begins to go walking about inspecting the area. He appears to blessing the houses, just quickly going by, making a little symbol with his hand, with his book open. He walks. He goes up to Groven and actually passes him. Do you say anything to Groven or anything like that?
Trip.
No.
I'll be like trying to since these tents were occupied. I assume there's like bedding and stuff.
Yeah, there is.
I'll hide like
People took like their knapsack, like their
weapons and-
their knapsacks and stuff with them. They've taken, but you know, there's a floor.
Just
I'm sure
the-
you have a knapsack on you. I'm sure. So.
No, but I'm just something to hide a weapon and mask under.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Groven just holds his gun.
You could probably just like if you have like a bed like a bed roll or anything, you could just
Yeah,
pull that
I
out.
have that
Put it
out.
under that.
And like lay on top of that stuff.
That's no
Face
problem.
down.
Cintiq will in that back room. She'll have returned all the research to its place, and she'll be just copying out another ritual into a ritual book. Like she'll be working on one of the most innocuous ones, like Endure Elements. She still needs to learn. She's doing that while this all happens.
Right. Anyway, the Shadow Legion Illuminator had passed by Groven as he begins to bless the door. Anyway, meanwhile, inside, Brother Carol's like, now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, we do have Shadow Legion here. Now, I'm sure they will be gone as soon as, they get all nice and rested up. But in the meanwhile, just try to stay out of their way. I understand where you people are coming from. Those Shadow Legionnaires really do give me the creeps. Anyway, as he's saying that, out of nowhere behind him appears the Illuminator. And he
There's
says,
the doorway behind him.
"Yeah, well, no, it's just like he just
Quiet.
swooped in very quietly, like nobody even noticed he had stepped in." And he's like, "Oh, please, Brother Carol, tell us how you really feel." Carol kind of
Seems like he would.
furrows his brow. And he's like, I wrote a dissertation on your types. Why don't you go back in there and read it? Oh, wait, never mind. You're not of the intellectual variety, are you?
Is this audible from where Groven is?
No. No, but the Shadow Legion Illuminator just kind of chuckles and says, "This is the only book I need." As he holds out his very big...
C-spot run. Where's my cow? Is that my cow?
It's the dead.
It goes gra. It is a zombie. That's not my cow.
Yeah. So anyway, what do you guys do now that you are appearing to be occupied?
I'm just gonna have Cintiq do what she does, because I don't... In character, she has no reason to think she needs to hide anything, I think.
I mean, she knows that the Shadow Legion right here.
Yeah, but... The Shadow Legion, she doesn't know they have a beef with her. I mean, we don't even know, technically. All we know is they have a beef with Hemic.
Well, no one... Cintiq might know that? Like, the characters who were there when we did that are both gone.
Yeah. Actually, the other problem, too, is... Cintiq can't really disguise herself.
That's
Or
true.
anything.
I disguise myself as a tiefling.
But yes, the Shadow Legion Illuminator
Even thing
does-
showing up. Carol would love that.
Yeah, the Illuminator is like, well, if you don't mind, I would like to look around at your sick just to make sure you didn't miss anything. As he begins to walk around inspecting the people who actually look sick, because everybody else had to be moved in here as well. And he begins going down the line, and as he comes to the back here and sees this villager on the gurney, he's still out of it because of being tranquilized and stuff like that. He's like, so what's the deal with this one? Brother Carol says, well, he's fine now. He's nice and stable. It was a bit rough for a bit, but we got him under control. Thanks to that Groven fella. He's a diamond in the rough. The Shadow Legion Illuminator says, right, I'm sure a half-orc knows a lot about diamonds. As he begins to walk by him. He comes to Tethrades here. He says, huh, another dwarf. Are you from Brackenmore as well?
Was.
It's like, so what brings you out here?
Do you not see the arrow wounds? They sting a little bit.
It's like, well, I mean, out here to the savannah. No need to get lippy with me.
I'm supposed to go.
It's like, well, it's a far shot from Brackenmore, but whatever. He's going by. He's like, he comes by Roll, and he's like, well, another elf. Haven't seen them out here in a while. Quite odd. He just passes by without any other, like, just talks about it. Talks.
Being here is odd, but an elf.
Nor's the one with walls.
Talks to himself loud enough for everyone to hear.
Yeah. And he actually comes in the bag and he's like, well, I'll be a fire mage.
A book reader.
He's like, so, did you lose your unit? Why haven't you reported back to the Six Towers?
Well, you may not have noticed this, traveling with a bevy of soldiers, but there are these frightful undead roaming about. They tend to slow down travel quite a bit.
Yes, well, I'm sure I could arrange for a small detachment of my unit to take you back. Does that sound pleasing to you? I'm sure you miss your home.
She'll wave her hand. It is wholly unnecessary. While I have been slowed down, I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Oh, my
You
lady,
may-
I must insist. He grabs you by the arm.
Milady, really?
Yeah, yep.
This guy's
Exactly.
one of them.
Yep, exactly. He is exactly that. Otherwise, I would not have used that phrase.
Speechless, I see. A fine quality in a moment.
Oh. Mm.
Best quote from all
I
that
warned
is.
you about Shadow Legionnaires.
I'm trying to think.
It's an army of fedoras.
Taking intensifies.
It's like, oh, fedoras are cool. Indiana Jones wore a fedora. Yeah, but so did Freddy Krueger.
That's not even a real fedora anyway. It's a trilby.
Yeah, that is true. Trilbies. See, we used to
Probably not going to work.
trilbies. We used to call those fat guy hats.
Yeah.
We did but then again, we also called cab driver hats fat guy hats. So
Every hat is back.
Okay. When he does that, Cintiq will respond. As a fellow member of the Imperial forces, let me assure you, it is in your best interest to keep all your men with you. I can take care of myself, and while it is very kind of you to insist on offering me some meager protection, I am more than capable of handling myself, and I would rather you not condescend to me. Yeah, I'll just end
Okay.
on that. It's a bit lame, but
are you
Your
trying to
defense
roll
is
like
nice.
what kind of? Are you wanting to roll a check here to try to get him to stop?
Probably had a short rest by now if you want to.
Oh yeah. Is he? If he's like trying to pull me away, then yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do that. Yeah.
It sounds like
you
a
need-
threat. Are you trying to intimidate him, or?
No, she's just acting haughty, but she is trying to get away. Okay. Let me phrase how I'll do it when I do the suggestion. I'm sure a Shadow Legion member such as yourself will need every soldier in your unit for whatever important reason that the Empire has you out in this podunk little area. So you know.
Okay.
Suggestion. Duh! God damn it.
Oh.
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah, he's like, sorry, it isn't up to me. It's like you don't want to be considered a deserter, do you? We hang deserters. And then he starts pulling you this way, dragging you out. Do you guys see this?
Tess sees it, but like,
Okay. As he's doing that, when he gets this, like, when he says like that, she'll pull back and then she'll, like, lower her voice like it's in a conspiratorial whisper. Just look, stop. Would have been better if you had tried to just go quietly. Look, I'm actually out here on assignment.
Like, he's like, he cocks his head. Really? Because we're privy to anything the Emperor is privy to. We have certain special permissions, if you will. So please educate me on what you're out here doing.
Yes, well, as you see, it has been a matter of some interest at the Six Towers. At whatever is causing this situation. I was in a unit that was near ground zero of the outbreak of the dust that was causing this. When my master found out, and I'll name whoever her mentor character is that's in the backstory
Yeah.
that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He of course sent me a message through a sending ritual to let me know that I should do what I could to research the direct impact of this area and any other local sources of information, as it seems that this is bringing out all kinds of other undead who may know more of what is going on.
Okay. Bluff check.
Yeah. Let's hope I don't roll like ass on this. Oh, come on. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's better.
Yeah. He's like I said, we are privy to everything the Emperor is privy to. But if you speak the truth, that means the Six Towers are wheeling and dealing behind his back. I shall address this. Meanwhile, continue your research.
of course.
And he leaves.
God damn that first roll.
But as he walks by, he's like, he says to Groven, I hear you're a diamond in the rough. He starts laughing, and all the other Shadow Legionnaires start laughing at you, Groven. So what do you guys do now?
Groven just remains kind of stoic in his post.
Groven turns out to really be an assassin and kills them all in their sleep.
the assassin never left us. Always follows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Meanwhile, the question on everybody's mind: where's Hemic?
Well, you would have known where I was before they came in.
Yeah, Groven is just making sure no one else enters. Or leaves, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has the guy actually left?
Yeah, he's out.
Okay. His brother Carl. Okay. Kind of go up to him.
Hey, Hillbilly Elite and Narcissus.
Says, and she'll ask Carl. She'll be like, "There really shouldn't be any trouble, but hypothetically speaking, something were to happen. Is the only way out the main gate?"
He's like, Brother Carol's like, well, not technically. Let me show you. Like, he takes you out back.
Okay.
He's like, now I know what you're thinking. Hey, that's a pretty far drop. I could probably break my leg. At least I've thought about that. But I do have rope. I'd watch out. I would kind of be cautious if I were you. You know, doing it with any light out. I know it's getting dark, but then he points. He points down. There actually appear to be just like outside the perimeter, like around here. There appear to be some shadow legionnaires that have been that are encamped like around like this outer perimeter. They've appeared to have made a perimeter around the, the town or the refugee camp.
Oh yes, I see they did establish a perimeter. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. As I said,
Yep.
this is only hypothetically speaking. We've been on the road so long, mine tends to wander into morbid places.
It's like, I know. Just if you're gonna take the leap, make sure it kills you, or make sure it doesn't break your leg. No in betweens. It's like, have a soft landing.
Preferably land on one of the guards.
Okay.
He kind of, as he's walking away, he's like, "You have yourself a good night, m'lady."
Yes. He was a loathsome man.
Anyway, he's gonna go back and just be messing around tending to this villager on the gurney in here.
Okay. He's gonna look about. She'll see Hemik's not here. She has no idea where Hemik is.
Yeah.
Odd. Stik will just go to the other party members and both ask them if they know where Hemik is, and then suggest that they have a little meeting in the back room there, where the research was.
Also, once the night gets late enough, if most of the soldiers outside have disappeared to their beds, Grover will probably come in and sleep near the door. Probably still in full armor too.
Propped up against the wall.
Yeah.
Are the soldiers going out? to
Hang on a
sleep?
sec. Yeah, the soldiers are the soldiers as the night goes on. I mean, they're pulling shifts and stuff like that, but some of them are going like a couple of the soldiers up here have actually are actually standing up here at the gates now, while the actual Imperial soldiers, like the regular Imperial soldiers, are going to be sleeping now. At this point. Like they've been guarding all day, and they're actually taking a break now that the Shadow Legion are here. There's a bit of a changing of the guard.
Yeah, at that point, Grover will probably go in since
Hmm.
no friends out there.
Yeah, they'll all laugh at you. So yeah, so that's what it looks like. And that's what the setup is like now. Like the Shadow Legionnaires have switched, positions. Some of them have gone to sleep, that sort of thing.
I'm still stuck here.
It's dark now. Let me go ahead and if you like, I'm
I
just
don't trust these guys. Also, I don't. Well, probably make my way around reasonably fine if I was quiet, but. Okay.
I'm waiting to see if Flint and Tethrays actually do come back here to discuss anything, or if they just want to stay out there.
like where'd Flint and Tethrades go? I'm sorry.
Oh, they're just out there with the other people.
Oh, out in the main area. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant outside. I was like, what are you talking about? They're still.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm trying to think of what Teth could say that would add anything to the conversation at all, or whether he'd just be better off still pretending to be Mr. Arrow to the knee and other parts of his body.
Well, there's no one here to pretend to, is there?
No.
Not inside.
Yeah, I was
Brother
basically
Carol-
just going to share with everyone that there's that way back out in case something happens, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hey, Brother Carol does come back out, and he's like, watch your pockets and stuff. I know the Shadow Legionnaire put on the airs of being a nice, cohesive unit, but those guys are thieves. Seen it myself. They like to steal livestock, goods and valuables.
make sure the livestock.
Oxen.
opium.
Opium. Lives of oxen.
Oh, those were. Well, they were trying to. Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, he's like, you know what? I think one of you guys needs to go out to the gate, make sure they ain't getting into mischief. So I know for a fact the guards are probably asleep by this point. Like the normal, my guards, I mean. Not them. Just to make sure they're not getting into any trouble. You up for a little inspecting, Groven?
Sure. I don't trust him as is.
Yeah, me neither. It's like he's like, and of course, they got. Of course, they know we know. And he kind of shouts out, "You hear that? We're coming out for an inspection. Hide your stolen loot." Just shouts that out, and you actually see a shadow over here from behind the window kind of move off. So I guess Groven, you want to go outside, and by this point, I'm gonna let me add like a light source to some areas because it's nighttime now. Hang on. I'm gonna put this on the hidden layer, just
We'll be able to see what's lit anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm gonna turn it to night is what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn it to night vision. Let me see here. Hang on.
If we're quick, someone can push the Shadow Legion Agent 2 into 1.
See here. All right. So that. It's those two, and these two guys. Sorry about this. Just give me a minute.
That's fine.
All right, now
Quite entirely sure what we'll be doing.
right, and I'm bringing back the fog of war. There you go. Seeing okay? Like light wise and stuff like that.
Showing up.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So yeah, it's night. There are guys with torches. Big Govan, if you want to, you could just grab a torch and go out and inspect if you want to.
Sure. It's generic. You always roll a perception or something similar.
Yeah, just rolling perception as you like go around places.
Yeah, it's-
Okay.
Jesus.
Uh,
Check that.
the towers along the walls here are completely unoccupied. Like this area generally is just unoccupied. What was the perception check for?
Because that was the third 20 I rolled today, so
Oh, okay. That is testing.
it's like,
Like, imagine if your first encounter was your first rolls were in combat. Like, Grover, where have you been all our lives? Okay.
the wall's
So-
unoccupied.
Well, the towers on these walls, see where the letters are and stuff like that. They're occupied.
PM. Then just keep- Now tell me when you want me to roll it again. You just know what's about for
Hey,
here.
you're doing good right now.
And then back here. Check this tower.
Okay, yeah, these towers are just like there's nothing. Like completely empty. All right, as you walk up here, as you walk up here, there's a Shadow Legion. There's a Shadow Legion agent. These guys, they dressed in leather armor, have a set of daggers. They appear to be some type of scout, but he's just leaning up against the well.
Get some space between them.
Mm-hmm. All right. As you go down here, you hear the sound of some of the Imperial soldiers, the regulars, snoring in the barracks.
Come around here and perception again, or
Okay, sure thing. Yeah. These buildings are occupied. You do see a guy over here. He appears to be watching you from around the corner. Yeah, this is the building that the Illuminator appears to be in. Guy with the big book.
check the tower up here.
Okay. Go for it. Yes, but there's nothing in them. It's just empty. Yeah, towers are unguarded, it seems like.
Well, come over here and check
But
this.
despite this, yeah, okay. Just another option.
Is anyone along the base of the tower wall along this end? You guys know?
No. Like, if anybody's outside the walls, it appears to be holding, like, several, like, a few hundred meters away as just like, little camps out there. The other Shadow Legion have made the perimeter.
How much space is there beyond the wall of just the cliffside before it falls off?
Not really any. It's just the walls here are built to be flooded with the cliffside.
And we're going back around.
Okay.
we swing through here, but
Okay. As you pass by there, you do notice that one of these tents appears to be occupied.
Well, I'm doing my best to make it like it's not.
Yeah,
So,
but this
there's no
generally,
lights or anything, so it'd be hard to tell.
I don't know. I guess roll a perception check to see.
Did I-
yeah, I probably won't go too far down here since it seems like we're there.
Thought I put light sources on these guys. Hang on.
A 24 or higher be my. Okay.
Yeah. Groven, you notice there appears to be someone in this tent over here.
Lying on the ground, trying not to be.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
any of the shape or even like just the horns.
No. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like one of.
I don't
It
see
doesn't
horns.
look like. Yeah. You don't. It's not that guy from earlier. You don't think. He's not wearing a horn helmet or anything.
Because I did take that off.
Yeah. You assume it's just probably one of the refugees.
Hmm. Is it better to leave a refugee down here if they're already here?
These guards, do anything?
They're just standing. They're standing and watch.
I guess we come over here and check this tower and like walking close to the
Mm-hmm.
tent, just knocking over at it now and then.
Okay, he's got a light source. I'm just gonna see. Can I recognize that the figure as a dwarf as it's going by the side?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know who.
How many people here are probably wearing plate mail?
One of two people.
But like he's bulky, very stocky compared to a humanoid build, shorter too.
That silhouette belongs to one of two people here then.
Just looking around, Groven, nobody is manning any of these towers.
Is that because the people further out are creating the perimeter then?
I don't know. I need to roll an insight check.
Oh, they're guarding,
Just-
just not going against anything outside.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and roll the insight. I keep typing it.
You don't know. You don't know why they're not. Maybe they're just incompetent.
They do strange things.
Yeah.
They're all scared of heights.
Yeah.
Each and every one afraid of heights.
Anyway, you did notice the refugee, what you assume is a refugee, but you didn't address it or anything. So then no one else seems to notice him.
Probably go and ask the footman here why the towers aren't manned. Because I
He's
mean,
like-
it's a secret in zombie apocalypse.
The footman says, "Look, I'm just following orders. I'm told to stand in this spot. I stand in this spot. All right."
While Footman is distracted, and as is turned away from me,
Okay.
I'm going to try and sneak out.
Okay. Roll stealth.
That is not good.
Well, let's see what his
There's no way I
Let's
can
see.
reroll that.
moves. It's moving silently, so that's a 15. Let me check here.
Hold it.
Oh shoot. Okay. Well, the Legion footman doesn't see you, but the sergeant does. He's got a passive of 21.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, go ask
Sorry.
their supervisor.
So yeah. So the sergeant.
Actually, would Grogan
Yeah.
Yeah. Groven would also notice him if he's trying to sneak out.
yeah, if he
The-
thinks it's a refugee, he won't want the Shadow Legion to find him.
Okay. Well, the Shadow Legion sergeant is like, "Hey, who goes there?" He starts walking over this way.
You would know if you put someone in these damn towers. So we have them.
Okay. Roll. Are you trying to distract him?
Yeah.
Need to roll a wolf check.
I'll have grabbed myself beforehand, of course.
Yeah.
Bluff. Yeah.
Okay. This is passive insight. Okay,
Similar.
11. Unfortunately, it is a 16. Because his perception modifiers plus 11. 11 minus 5 because he's not trained in insight. So it matches exactly. He's like, "Look, don't tell me how to do my job. You know that guy?" As Hemix slips off.
I thought it was just one of the refugees.
Yeah, you're very protective of them, huh?
Someone has to be.
Mm-hmm. Ever stop to think that maybe some of these refugees may be thieving scoundrels
Climb up the ledge.
coming
Wouldn't be
through
the first
here?
time. Wouldn't be the first time thieving scoundrels came into our camp.
He's like, you got something to say, you better spill it, dwarf.
I think I already did. But if you didn't hear it, then I'd have no more use talking to you. Turns to leave.
He's
I'll
like,
try and get around the edge of the building.
Don't we like give diplomacy or anything? We just
yeah. It's like that. No, you just walk away. He's like the Legion sergeant says, "All right, man, fan out. So we find this guy. Check pockets too." And he starts moving up this way. So he makes roll another stealth check as you're moving again.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. They start inching toward this. This starts inching towards you. So
everyone just
What do
goes
you-
straight.
I mean, I move, they move.
they're like doing this. We're not doing this like and move like you see where they're heading.
Yeah, it's
So,
still
uh, Yeah.
but
So just go ahead.
we're gonna get the same number of movements, basically.
Yeah.
Once Rogan gets
I'm
back inside,
gonna
we
go-
tell him that there's some refugee perhaps outside. That
Like,
might be caught soon, so he's telling that to
around this way, so they know that's where light is.
Okay. All right.
And my stealth.
All right. Now I'm gonna be rolling an active perception check from the sergeant.
Makes sense.
Oh, crap. No, that's an invalid person. Plus 11. Okay. He can't seem to find you, so he's going to just start. He's gonna start moving around this way.
Yeah, last known our boat's around here, so
Yeah. So he's got his buddy here. They're walking up this way.
okay. What are these ladders like?
Oh, they're short. They're just made. They're just.
Steady.
They're about. Yeah, they're short. They're pretty short and straight. They're like 5 foot tall.
And the towers are like 50 feet or so then? 20?
Well, it's 5 foot. It's 5 feet up to tower on this side, but on the outside there.
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it's like it's at least it's a gradually increasing size. Like the further up the hill you go, the how far down there.
it's gonna be too far though. To here. Okay, second 30. Let me go 3 to there,
Okay.
but then do I want to go to the left or go to up? Because they were in the middle there. Probably maybe more likely to spread out that way. They don't have a light source. One of those two has a light source. Now I'll go here.
Okay.
That's not good.
Nope. Accidentally.
Hmm.
There it is. Oh.
That's even worse. Thank goodness.
Yeah, they've lost you by this point. You can do whatever. You can go wherever. as long
My
as
next would be to go up that ladder and onto the tower, but I can't move my guy because I'm in shadow.
it's- Let me
I don't have a big light source, but
there. Your tower.
onto there, and then after that, I'm gonna try climbing down this side. This looks like
Okay.
somewhat craggy walls.
Yeah. Athletics check.
If I can, I don't know whether or not I have my guy.
Yeah. It's athletics to climb. That's fine. You can get them. Like if you fell, I mean, you had your acrobatics for backup. So.
Yeah,
But anyway, yeah, you make it down to the bottom.
and then I'm gonna just basically trail around the outside,
Which way?
towards the temple.
Okay, so I'm gonna drag you like over here.
Yeah,
As far as you want to go, or a little farther.
I'll back me up here.
Meanwhile,
meanwhile.
Meanwhile, inside Groven mentioned that there might be a refugee outside. And Brother Carol looks around. He's like, "All right, heck out. Let's take a looky here." And he's like, "Okay, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little refugees, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little refugees, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little refugees." He's on counting like that. He's like, "Well, it looks like all the refugees are here. I don't know. Is anybody else snooping around out there? Maybe one of yours?" As he looks over at Tethrides.
So villager 1.
Tethrades, are you there? Yeah. He was just asking if maybe one of your guys is outside because he counted all his refugees.
Is everyone still in the building, or
Uh,
matter of panic now? You're going to drop it down.
yeah, sorry, man, it's a little hard hearing you.
It's probably the guy outside.
Yeah.
Is there really any reason he shouldn't be in here? Because he doesn't really want to drop guys, even with apparently a shift change. Why would we-
I mean, you
Yeah,
don't
he
have to
was-
go outside. It's just
No, he was just asking if one of your if he's asking you basically to count your own people because he's not sure if you're missing someone or not. Because there was talk of a refugee running around outside, and he's like, no, it's not a refugee because he counts every member in here. So he was just kind of sardonically saying, assuming it's one of y'all's. I mean, he looks at you when he says it, like assuming you're in charge or something.
Yeah, I would say everyone's accounted for.
since Nick is not here.
One
Room.
refugees one. Well, not actually count. It's like a. Yeah, we're all accounted for.
He's like, really? Okay, so you got an unknown element snooping around my town.
Do we? Oh, great.
Yeah, there's also some refugee hiding in the camp.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, he says, well, if the Shadow Legion were clearly surprised by this, Groven's surprised by it, and you say all of your people are accounted for in this room.
Wait a minute. Where's. Now he finally notices that Duke's not here.
Yeah.
No, you don't realize that, right? Come on. You may have only like a +3 buff. Come on.
So,
Was it holy?
he's a little bit delusional so from the injuries. Oh.
He's like, well, now we got to be on guard, I assume. Bolt the doors. And he starts locking up all the doors. Meanwhile, He-Man.
What is the cliff like on this far side? Is it like
There's walls built into the cliff side, so it's pretty craggy.
and it's going like what direction is the cliff? Is it on the side of a mountain or the side of a drop?
It's just a straight drop. Like the walls are flush with the cliff edge.
Okay. So I will see that in my limited sight, and then I cannot go any further.
Where do you want to go? Like,
Well, I don't know if I can make it around to the other side of the... Because I don't know that the balcony thing ever is there either.
well, I assume like if you're walking around, it's not like you're completely blind. You know what I mean? It's like it's just really freaking dark because it's night, but you can walk around in the darkness.
My plan pretty much was to get to the tower on the other side or here.
Where?
The first one after the...
Oh, that one. You can
But-
just keep walking
'cause-
around, I'm sure.
Okay. Because I didn't know how the drop is or...
Yeah, just keep following. You
What
could
that
keep
is.
following the wall if you wanted to.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna keep
I
moving
also
around.
don't
This way.
actually know that there's a balcony there before going there.
Yeah, well, you just pass by this balcony.
Don't know if I'd even ended up noticing it. It's probably overhang though.
Just a little bit, not much. Because, like I said, a lot of this is built right into the cliff.
Okay, once I think rather I'd revise my plan after noticing that it is there,
Okay.
and then try and actually climb up onto it.
Okay. Both. Like,
No, that's not going to work as I think. That's the tiny little dot where I am.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, you managed to climb up to the balcony. Up on the balcony.
And still being quiet.
Yeah. Roll
Roll a
stealth.
stealth check.
Okay. Anybody here actually hear that? I suppose, I guess some of the actual player characters might have heard that, but
I don't know if I got a bonus for the walls or not.
move silently. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, passive. Roland would pick that up, as would Flint and Tethrades, I believe. If we just go
Okay.
with the straight numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys probably would have heard that. So the player characters would have heard that, but like
Next,
Brother Carol does not appear to notice.
my next plan was to go and check out the door.
Okay, there is a door right here, a door here, and then
Getting me around it doesn't really help.
sorry, a door here, a door here, and a door here. There.
And they all seem to be locked.
Yes. Brother Carol locked the doors. Is
Yes.
he?
Could I pick the lock from the outside?
It's bolted, but
Can I get something through?
yeah, if you can finesse something, you're not gonna be able to use thieves tools on it precisely because trying to not necessarily credit card it, but try and get to
Some
the
sort
bolts
of-
to
yeah.
slide it.
And
Yeah, so roll of thievery for that.
I don't know whether there's any Shadow Legion inside.
There's windows here.
Oh yeah, I would go
There's-
see and it's
yeah, you-
seen on the
Yeah,
inside,
so-
but no, there aren't any guys inside.
Yeah, it's dim, like a lot of light entering this room.
And I'd be able to see the windows from main area too.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay,
would.
so I see that. And I'll go
They're
through-
stained glass, but no.
Yeah, I'll go right through the middle then.
Okay.
If I can get that one open. I think I got that one open.
All right, so this one right here, you mean?
27. The one right here.
Oh, one down there. Okay. Right, you
Middle of the-
all right, you open up. Do you go through? Do you open the door and go through? Sorry.
Yeah, I just opened it up and then just sauntered through and asked, and said, "So what's going on?"
And Brother Carol immediately points his staff, and he's like, "Looks like we got an intruder here. You sure everybody
anything
was
else going on?
accounted for?" And he looks over at Tethrades.
Not a very good memory.
Pretty sure.
Teth wouldn't recognize him.
I would have
Yes.
put my stuff on.
Yeah,
well,
he makes
on
it-
the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
Carrying around the Delaxes to be sheathed properly. I had it off because I didn't want
Oh,
them
what
to
the hell?
recognize me.
So you might want to keep a tighter leash on your men. Anyway, I assume you're here to do us no harm, but why were you sulking around outside, or skulking rather? I don't know, maybe you are a sulker.
Well, in case you hadn't noticed, the temple grounds seems to be kind of occupied.
He's like, yeah, you think? Why didn't you come in with the rest of your group?
Because I didn't want them to see me.
It's like, what, are you trying to hide something? You public
Yes.
enemy number one with these
Now,
people?
After he said, basically, I'll interrupt him after he says, "Are you trying to hide something?" I'm like, "Yes."
It's like, well, what is it exactly? Are they just out to kill you?
Wouldn't be hiding it if I told you.
Yeah. I assume you're a part of the Empire. They like to hang deserters. I guess that's why they're after you.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah. Keep a low profile. I'm trying to make sure nobody
I was
gets
doing.
killed. He's like, right, okay. He walks off.
See what the deal is. It's pretty easy to wind up.
Ugh. It's like he's half work or something. He's pretty high strung. He's like, well, I'm gonna go hit the gurney. You boys have a good night, and no sneaking off. He goes here and lays down the unoccupied hospital bed in the same room as that guy that nearly died.
I'm going to lock the door behind me and I'm going to go into the library area. Because
Alright.
then I'll have it for after. Okay, come here.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Mick. You see, we got Shadow Legion, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's real odd. The one. Oh wow. What he was escapes me. The
Eliminator.
Luminaire,
Yeah.
yes.
The guy with the book. You wouldn't know what he's specifically called. He's just the guy with the one with the big book.
What
Did any of the guards, like, talk amongst themselves while I was waiting out there?
Yeah, they did.
Were they saying anything of interest?
And just bitching about the location. Nothing out here.
Okay.
They have no idea why they're here.
Okay.
It's weird. Got the big book. He tried to take me with him to get a force of Shadow Legion to take me back to the Six Towers.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. They don't usually act like that. I mean, we saw them execute those two dragon noobs back there. Ones who ended up taking our food and then dying.
You're rather a bit more important. Also, be one less person for whatever to stand against them for whatever they're planning here. I mean,
No, usually, I mean, the Emperor's
because I would
hand
have
is over
noticed
up
going
their
around the
ass, though.
outside. I would have noticed that they would be also. I would have also noticed that they don't have the towers guarded. Why would they? Well, a few things. If they have a force camped out around here, why would they need other people camped out in here? Why would they need shelter, like they said? Also, none of the towers are guarded. So they seem to be guarding something. It's just not something from the outside. Near as I can figure.
That's weird.
Well, what's inside the guard? To guard against, rather.
What, you think they're gonna try to kill the half-orc or something?
I think we should be leaving.
Do you think they might be hunting us?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Well, this night, we could try to break out through the perimeter. It'd be hard, though, and I'm not sure if everyone would come with us. They're not exactly the stealthiest of bunches. Sure we just can't wait for it to blow over?
Could try that too. But why are they here?
No. The guy with the big book. Not sure.
Jerks don't do anything for no reason.
Since I've seen the guy with his book, can I make any check to see if I would know specifically what he might be about?
Okay, that's another religion check.
Oh, that would be religion.
What's the range on detect magic?
Detect magic? It's not small or big, it's... say religion...
Detect magic trained only.
You assume that tome is some type of illuminated manuscript, but it glowed, so it's
Doesn't say.
the book glowed, so you think there is some type of divine.
You must be able to see
magic
the
in it.
effect of the conjuration or zone. No, it's conjuration zone. Identify. Sense the presence of magic. 1 minute. Area of detection. A number of squares equal to 5 plus your level.
Hey guys, I'm
So-
not quite used to this schedule yet, so.
Okay. Well, we're just kind of BSing now at this point. It's about time for the session to end anyway.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and.
We've been
Roman
at it.
falls
We've been
asleep
we've
by
been
the
at it for
door.
like 3 hours. Next
Let's
week we
go.
can come back strong. This was mainly an RP session. I think we
If
did pretty
you
well.
went into the main area, you'd be able to try and detect magic on where the guy is. And then you could Oh no, you have to be able to see the thing in order to identify what kind of magic it is, though.
I already
Talk to us
suspect
later.
there's some kind of divine magic behind the guy, because I've seen his book and it was glowing.
Oh well. That was a thought. I'm just saying, they're guarding against us. They got us boxed in here.
It's just odd. Because they shouldn't know we're here. I mean, we haven't been subtle, but... at the same time... I don't know why. I don't think we would be able to all sneak out. We'd probably... I mean, we could probably leave Teth and Flint behind and just us sneak out. Although I could only sneak out. It'd have to be like we get past one part, because that's the only time I can hide myself with magic. So I think we're probably best just hoping they blow over and they leave in the morning, or we can leave
Whatever.
unmolested.
Whatever, I'm staying in here so I know whether they're coming or not.
Alright. I was just gonna look over things before going to sleep myself, so. It's one thing though. If we do leave and they're still here, we may need to head north for a bit. Because when the Illuminator came in, I had to lie and say that I was told once shit hit the fan to investigate.
They've got all kinds of camps to the north, remember?
Yeah, but they do their own thing while at Six Towers we do our own thing. It's not weird for certain factions to try to curry favor with the Emperor without really letting the others know. It's something they don't necessarily approve of, but banking on him not wanting to try to make enemies of my mentor. I said master, but effectively the same thing.
I think we should be running away from them rather than towards. Also, get us away from those stupid vampire lion things.
I mean, like, if we go, I just mean, like, north through the perimeter and then circle around. That's
Double
all.
back.
Yeah. And I mean, if they're leaving, we'll just wait for them to leave and they shouldn't do anything.
If they leave. I don't trust that they will.
I don't trust them either. But, I mean, it's not like we can take them all out because they're circled around. They've got people scattered in the encampment now, so.
Oh well. And I'll just kind of lean back, arms behind my head. I'm not getting out of here on my own, so I guess I'm stuck here.
Okay. I think that's a good place to end the session tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it. It was pretty nice. We did a nice RP session.
Oh yeah.
I got to yell my lungs out of the bitchy half orc.
Groven rolled 3 20s as the first rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like Brother Carol a little too much. That voice was just off the top of my head. I didn't practice or nothing, so I was just like gruff yet whiny.